the chairman of the INEC has been struggling to get the confidence of the people, especially as regards the forthcoming Edo governorship election. So I would like you to calm down and watch this video so you hear from the horse's mouth.
Next tomorrow, and the thing is not peaceful. Please, the IGU should have those that are arrested should be taken to court for proper dealings.
Thank you. We are happy for the preparation so far from INEC. We've been following up from registration to date. No reason to complain. And I heard just now when the general police said that ESN was being suspended. And I want to draw his attention. This group was suspended when they attacked our candidate at the airport and the policeman was killed. This group was suspended when they I am sure that is what the other parties, because they have affiliations to people who carry out the operation. Then they were supposed to be a possession, and somebody was shot, one of us was shot. And they were suspended when they attacked us in the south of West. It's been a series of attacks, and we said it from the beginning when we had the first meeting with the INEC chairman and the commissioner of police, put their attention to the fact that they are using that security network to make people and even shoot at people. So, draw the commissioner of police attention to the fact that if they are suspended, they should ensure that they are suspended. If not, it will be difficult for us to watch them and see them shooting at us. So I want his attention drawn to it so that if they are suspended, certain steps should be taken to ensure that they are finally suspended. Outside that, I think the party is okay. Let me request how to use the political foundation and ask my question. Of course, we go to talk of security. Since that question was partly given by one of us here, but I want to a bit bring an emphasis to this. I am not particularly talking about any suspicion of an agency, but I am particularly looking at the shootout that happened within the precinct of the airport environment sometimes ago in the process. I do not know who was shooting at, but there was a shootout. One has no police right now. Has anybody been arrested? Is anybody proceeding in that direction? I'm saying this more emphatically because the IG laid out certain rules right now and told us in emphasis that this election will be handled very dexterously. If this is a backlog of that we are not informed about what steps have been taken so far, what are the guarantees of assurances that we can have?
To look at our systems as conduct a mock accreditation exercise to test the integrity of the processes, learning from the experience of what happened in previous elections. So if you want assurance from me, the simple assurance that we are committed to doing whatever we can to uphold the integrity of these. Two big questions about PVCs. But there are some PVCs, but there are PVCs uncollected. Let me come out clean. This is uncollected. Arising from the last exercise, data irresponsible complaints by citizens. The total number of these PVCs is 1,035, and these PVCs have been delivered to Edo State. Now, we delivered 184,438 PVCs. But our 35 not delivered comes to 0.9%. So in other words, it's less than 1. But democratic election is not about percentages and low figures. Democratic elections is about citizens during the election. So this is the situation. We have suspended the collection of PVCs on Sunday. But part of why we would like to engage with stakeholders is for us to take a decision. Do you think the Commission should extend the period of collection of these PVCs for us, or we suspend it as we have already suspended it? The decision is up to the stakeholders. Whatever decision we arrive at this meeting will be implemented by the Commission, meaning that it's going to be open to all collected their PVCs to do so, not just the 1,865. I repeat what I've said. Democratic elections may not necessarily be about numbers and percentages. It's about citizens' right, and our commitment is that we shouldn't in any way disenfranchise voters. So let me start. Collection of PVC ended on Sunday. No PVC were invested. We have new 1,865 and 84,000. Is it your decision as stakeholders that INEC should provide a few days grace for the uncollected PVCs to be collected, or that we should shut the system down and no more? Let me see by show of hand rather than a consultative meeting. Is for us to build a consensus in the interest of our democracy. So if it means extending for a few days, at the end of which we are going to publish the list of PVCs collected in the polling units. So for each polling unit, we see the PVCs collected and the number of PVCs uncollected. So after taking note of that decision, the chairman of the PDP, you raised 4 concerns: recruitment and training of SPOs. You said you have credible information that 30 names have been into the list, but you pleaded with the Commission to investigate. We will investigate. We know the number that we require for the purpose of the election in Edo State is not really high. It's 452. So we look into the idea we have made, and if it's meritorious, we'll address it. The list should be scrutinized. It's related to the first question. But let me also say that we are going to scrutinize the list not just for the SPOs, but for all categories of ad hoc staff, all categories across the board. You talk about particularly the RA and local government collection result sheets. It has been part of our procedure, SPOs and SOPs, for the purpose of the conduct of election. As to who is going to sign is our trade secret. I will not tell you. But we are all going to be invited. Materials arrive. So that we get before we move the materials to location of the election. Then finally, 1,000 PVCs in a particular government. Again, this is an allegation you have made. We'll look into the allegation. It's an offense for anyone to be in possession of another person's PVC. But in any case, before this, we have taken measures. We have provided safeguards that no one is going to vote on identity theft. Somebody's PVC person's fingerprint on the election day at the polling unit. And if you carry even if you attempt to do so, you not carry the person's facial. Now we do a double-decker checking for accreditation of voters using the fingerprint, the facial. So what are you talking about if you check another person's PVC? It simply wouldn't work. You won't be accredited on election day. But I've taken note you have said in that regard. I have a friend who describes himself as a leftist. Is leftist there? Yeah, we used to be leftists when we were younger. So I'm sure you are a comrade. Actually, what you said is that can pictures of materials be taken on polling units. I've traveled a lot around the world observing elections. I don't know where this kind of thing is allowed. Because it compromises the essence of democratic election. The secrecy of the party. You're not even supposed to film your the voting process. But we have set this concept. Oh, let me answer you. Let me answer you. Consistently said that cameras are not allowed into the voting cubicle. So that's the only restriction actually. But people are free to carry their cameras into the cubicle and not to print election materials, not to film election materials. Then are we going to commence what you call full electronic voting? Election is a process by law. The commission will do so once the law allows to do electronic voting. Now it doesn't. So you know where to raise a plane for the enabling legislation.